Hello, my name is Dan Paulson. Welcome to the video. I'm exposing the grid system in the Bible, a numbering grid system that is very hard to see. But I'm using a computer, doing some searching. I'll show you the results, and you don't have to take my word for it. You can download a Bible digitally, put it on your computer, and come up with the exact same results. I'm not making this stuff up. So for the people recently who have said, what's the square root of this, or there's nothing in there or whatnot, just look. Okay. Here's the numbers that we've been working with. And I'll post a link to the video I just put up that is showing how these analogs are being developed in Genesis in a numbering system that is quite bizarre. A Sodom story, a lineage where people are 800 and 900 years old. There's a numbering grid. I'll post a link to that video. Here's the numbers, and then I'm going to go jump to Matthew, and we're going to look at a couple of things. Bear in mind, this has nothing to do with mathematics or gematria. Nothing at all. This is different. And I won't talk about the purpose of the numbers in this video. It just gets too big when you do that. I'm just really showing the numbers here. But what we have is on a template I'm going to suggest is that all of these are going to be representing an exact same point, but they're very carefully telling us what they're using downstream to continue to refer to this point. So the clues are in here for us if we seek and knock. And let's stop and talk about that for a minute. If this is a puzzle, then all the clues are in it already. And it is for some 10-year-old kid 3,500 years ago who has this memorized. Everything he needs is right here. So if you're starting to pull in square roots and this and that, mathematics, all kinds of complicated stuff, you're off base. These are just a simple process. We see we have a 3-7. That's the first numbers. 7, day 7, seventh day was said 3 times during creation. And from there, those numbers start a repeating sequence that bring all of these in. Do you see we've got a 12 there and a 10? Now, there's one that I want to add in here, and that's a 17. But I haven't been able to confirm where it comes from yet. Take a look at something right here. This is a King James version of the book of Matthew. Watch if I search for the name 3 or the number 3. How many times does it appear in here? 12 times. We can see that the number 3 appears 12 times in the book of Matthew. Both of those are from the list, the 3 and the 12. What about a 7? Because that's the 3-7 grid. 12 times. What do you know? Well, that's weird. I wonder what 12 shows up as. 12 shows up 12 times. Okay, what I'm about to do is for the seekers. If you're doing this at home, what you're doing is searching the document for things at this point. I don't know what to look for, so I'm going to read. I'm looking for repeats. I'm looking for things that sound strange. I'm looking for, something that somehow fits a profile of a story that looks like it's repeating for me. However, it sounds different than the previous one. I'm looking for things like that, and then I'm searching for them. In this case, I started right up front and just went with David. What happens if we put David in here? Okay, so this is a case where I see my 17 and I go, okay, I know that keeps showing up. How are they developing that? That has got to be there. So what I'm doing here, I'm reverse engineering the puzzle by reading it and figuring out something. Look at son of Abraham. What would Abraham be? I'm just playing around here. I don't know what to do. Abraham is 7 times exactly. Do you see this? This is just smack dab in the head. You know what, though? This is where I have to deal with the people that say you're arrogant. If you carry this Bible everywhere you go and you read it constantly, but you don't memorize it and you don't look for those repeats and you don't seek for anything in there, you won't find it. This is the metaphorical ark. Okay, so this is the stage in my research right now. I'm going to go back to Genesis now with that 17, and I'm going to search for that 17 and try to find a way that they are using it to call it in as an analog. They're using processes in here that we're kind of reverse engineering. I know that the 17 is in use. We just have to figure out how they are calling it in. If it's on a grid system, they're going to tell us that it's a valid number. Let's go look at Genesis then. Okay, I've got the Genesis King James Version, and I'm looking for 17. So I'm just going to, I know now to just go, since I don't have the story memorized, I go look this way. And I see it pops up 4 times, which I like the sounds of, because whenever something pops up 4 times, usually it's creating something. I haven't got that confirmed yet, but it's really looking like it's lining up. Now, what I have to do typically is you're going to have other numbers that are already confirmed that are pointing to these. I've got 2 of them up here. Let me take a look at the first one. It says, in the 600th year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month. Okay, 17 is the what I'm looking for. What I have is 600th. I don't recognize that. Noah is said 40 times. I know that's one of our numbers. That Noah is the same thing. Second, that's one of our numbers too. Again, the other video is going to show how we got to these analogs right here. I know those are confirmed. The 600, I don't know. So I'm going to take a look and see how much. 1, 2, 3. So 600 shows up exactly 3 times, which makes it one of our analogs too. 3 times 600. Do you see what's happening? It's astounding. Go back to 17. What do we have? Okay, so that means that so 600. Where did I lost it there. There we go. The 600 said 3 times. Noah said 40 times. Second, that was developed on one of the 800 or the 900 lineage. And then on the second one, we have 7, which is the 7th month. That is 1/17. Yeah, every number that we have then is continually fitting on that grid. Do you see that? Should we go play with some more? Just to take a look at things, just to go, wow, yeah, it's there. I'm just going to experiment some here. This is the book of Job. Tent, 17 times. It is on that list. How about 7 itself? 10 times. 10 is on our list. Pray, 12 times. Okay, I'll bring this video to an end. The 2 things I wanted to address, number 1, is that 17, can we confirm it? Number 2, show everybody how I'm looking at this and how I'm finding them, and how that if you go upstream, you're going to find sources. It's like, wow. Yeah, something is definitely there. And once you know what it is, it's easy to start searching for those things. The tent, that was an easy one to look for. Anytime a tent comes up, this is yourself. This is my dwelling. Where was Noah after the flood? Naked, drunk on wine in his tent right after the flood. That was a good place to be. The analogs don't make it sound like it, but it was a good place to be. That's a spot where you are healed. I am now uncovered. I'm in my dwelling, and I feel good, is what that means right there. In fact, if you unwrap that far enough, what you will know is that what he did was put new wine into a new wineskin. These become analogous variants of the same teaching that is a personal inward path. Okay, if you have a favorite Bible book that you want me to do this with, I'll download it and just go through and look through it. Yeah, go ahead and post it below, and give me something to do. It'll be fun. I'd like to show that. And everyone else, hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're looking like this, I hope you find it helpful. I'm sharing how I'm doing it. All right, take care. See you in the next video.